Hello, welcome. In this tutorial, we will be seeing stories in Tableau. So here we will be covering both theoretical and practical part. After watching this tutorial, you will be familiar with stories, how to create stories in Tableau. So let's begin. At the first, we will start from theory. So what actually is Tableau? So basically Tableau is nothing but a software which can help anyone see and understanding their data. It has abilities to connect to almost any database, but it is Oracle SQL, whether it is MySQL, MyAccess, everything database, anything database. It has some functionalities like drag and drop to create visualization and share with just a click. So basically Tableau helps in visualization of data. Here we will see Tableau stories. So basically that sequence of visualization of data one by one in a sequence all together convey information. This is called as stories. Like one real example of story is this is a PowerPoint presentation. When we see slides one by one, it is the slides are called as elements of stories, and the whole presentation is called as stories. The presenter plays the slides one by one, and so they all together it can be called as stories. So now hope you are clear with stories, and we will now begin with the practical part. So here we'll begin with creating stories from worksheet or dashboards. So here we will be considering the world indicators database. It is a sample database in the Tableau itself. So this datasets also contains data of all the countries in the world with respect to measures such as the business, development, health, and population. Here business measure helps in determining how easy to start business in these countries. So such development determines the CO2 emissions of this country, GDPs of this country, internet usage. So basically this helps in determining the launch of successful product in the country by the company. Here health is also there. It describes the percentage of GDP which is considered for the health expenditures, life expectancy, the population also, birth rate and GDP per capita and all this. So we'll begin here. So what we are doing here is to build a story on each of these parameters. So here we have considered the sheets and dashboards. The sheet 1 is population. Here this bigger circle represents the population and the color represents the birth rate. It is the China having the largest population, and after that India, and the birth rate that is blue in China, that means below 1.5% and 1.5 to 3% in India. So in health indicator, it represents the birth rate, infant mortality rates according to different countries. The healthcare sprint, we have this, we can conclude from here that most countries, few of the countries, actually the 14%, more than 14% they spend of GDP on healthcare. Next is the technology. Here we can see the number of means the percentage of users who spend who usage internet and the number of users who use mobile phones. Here we have the economy of countries. It is the China is the most developing GDP, and here we have dashboard, that is tourism dashboard. Here we can conclude that the Europe, yes, Europe is the most popular country. So we'll now begin with the creating of stories. So we can create stories from here. Here we can see the new story option, and also we can have the option to create story from here. So we'll now from begin new story here. Now we have to just drag and drop. For now we have creating a story with population. So just drag and drop this population and then name it as it should be relatable. We will name it here as population and birth rate. Okay. So we have just like presentation, we create slides. Here we have created the one element of story. I will begin with the second. Create this blank one, and here we will go to health indicators and drag. We have to just drag and drop from here and here. So here we can see the birth rate. It has the most European countries and nation here. Birth rate, infant mortality rate, and all. So here we will name it as birth rate and health expenditure sheet and all. So now we will move towards the next element. We'll create this blank. Here the care spell, that is the healthcare. We will determine from this here that few countries like US and Liberia spend more than 14% of their GDP in healthcare. So this should be relatable, and now it is. We'll move towards next, that is we'll create blank. Now this technology here, what this sheet says is that the number of mobile phone usage is increasing, but internet usage is less as compared to mobile phone usage. Internet usage is less increasing. So we'll conclude here. Mobile phone usage is increasing more than internet usage. Okay, so now we will be adding tourism. We'll create this blank element and we will add, this is a dashboard. A dashboard is the one which represent two or more sheets. So here we have represent the income by regions and all. Tourism department, so we will name it as tourism. We have such as Africa, Asia, Europe. So now just we have created the story. We can also increase its size and all. Like basically story is used to represent something, means to present an idea to the audience. So we'll full screen is better. Yes, we can also rename it. It is world growth story. This way we have created the story.